Too often I see in this world, in so many people's cases, that they think that it is always me about against the world, against others. Always trying to compete and trying to be something special and act something that we are truly not. Letting our egos control ourselves. And this is one of the most hindering things that we as humanity, as humans, can be. It can be blocking so easily, so well from us getting help and learning and moving towards better. Instead of accepting help and understanding or accepting that somebody knows more than you and you do mistakes. So often, so many try to fight fire with fire instead of just accepting things and learning from them. If somebody tries to teach them something, if somebody else would have been right in certain thing and you have been wrong, instead of admitting it so many times, we as humans, we attack back instead of just accepting. So many times I just see these two options come out. Either you accept certain things and be the better person, bigger person, or the other choice is to then don't accept and willing to look at in the mirror yourself and your mistakes and faults and wrongdoings and trying to hide these things by blaming others, attacking those other people. And somehow there is no other option. It is what is quite weird in sense. Why there couldn't be an opportunity to just be quiet and if don't want to accept certain things, can you just be quiet and move forward? But I think that our egos make that shown to us that it would be also some kind of lost case. That you have lost to that other person. So that is not also an opportunity, possibility. But we truly have to understand that when we are denying ourselves, we are already doing harm to ourselves. But when we are even attacking back after denying these things and when we actually deep down know the truth, but we just want to deny that and then try to create that false image and try to attack with that to back, we are doubling down and we are causing multiplied times bad, not only ourselves but that other person, as to humanity and to world also. So it is really important we as humans to learn to humble ourselves in a sense, learn to control our ego. Because end of the all there is nothing bad to be wrong. End of the all we all are wrong on sometimes and we do mistakes and we have our own problems and we all are in different places, times in our own journeys and somebody always is in certain area ahead of you and somebody is behind of you. So there is no point in trying to deny these things. If we just could look at these situations more objectively, more rationally, not so personally, look at those things that what have been said and what is happened, and then just admit when we are wrong and despite the circumstances and who are saying you to something, then taking those informations and advices, learning from your mistakes and integrating everything in you, learning from all those mistakes and what had happened and making yourself a better person. Or at least, instead of attacking back, just being quiet and moving forward. But this life, this world truly can go for the better until we learn to behave differently and act differently, react differently. We have to get rid of this being against each other mentality and always comparing and trying to be better than somebody else. And after all, we are all God's creations from the same source, and the same source lives in all of us. It is truly pointless, and it is only driven by your ego. These things are not beneficial to you. They are just keeping you stuck or even causing you more harm because you are reacting constantly, personally, from your ego, and you are putting more and more negative in this world, hate and comparison, fight, and then you are creating more of that also in your life, because everything will come back to you, what you are feeding, you are also sowing. So if you truly want to change your life for the better, you have to take a good look at yourself and how you are behaving, acting in certain kind of those situations when you are confronted. When you have made mistakes, you have been wrong in certain things, recognize your behavior, admit your mistakes, and be willing to look at yourself first before you are trying to project everything outwardly. If it would just as humanity learn that it is mostly about us, not others outside of you. You have to learn to live with yourself and accept yourself and be willing to work with yourself. And everything starts within you. So many of us just get to that trap that we are constantly focusing on outside of us things, focusing on so much what others are doing and comparing and spending all that time and energy that we have in those things, and then we are actually depriving everything from us. All those times and effort and focus that should be on us, you are spending in wrong places. We are thinking that we can get everything, those answers that we are seeking, from outside of us. But it is truly not like that. And that is one of the biggest traps that keeps us stagnant or even taking us backward. If we could just understand that we are all in this together and we all have our own journeys, and there is no exact good and bad and right and wrong. It is mostly about our own journeys, and it is no use for us to try to always compete and argue with each other on pointless things when there is truly not certain kind of exact truth and outcome. Only useful thing is that we are working with ourselves and forming our own truth and understanding and being better person, enhancing our skills and growing, learning to control our ego and be satisfied being with us, and then we can also live this life more meaningfully and better way, and also to help others better way and being in better way interactions to others, with interactions to others, with others. You can't fight fire with fire. It will just make things worse. If we could just humble ourselves and not let our egos control ourselves, it would be so much better. That would be the goal, but of course it is not easy. It is a really long journey, and we have to learn, in a sense, deny ourselves. Willing to look at what is honestly good and what is bad for us, and doing the hard thing. Willing to work willing to take a good look at ourselves in a mirror. And that can be one of the hardest things that we can do. Because of course we always want to think that we are something special and better. That it is only about us. That is the ego in us that feeds these things in us. But we have to learn to recognize what is truth and what is good for us, and recognize those different voices in us. In a sense, good and bad. Those things that are serving us and what are keeping ourselves stuck. It is a journey with us. Little by little, if it just could go better, and when you understand these things and recognize these things and be aware of these things, it is a good starting point. When these things will lose its control, when you are more aware of these things. So I really hope that today's message have helped you in some way. Always hoping you all the best. And if you're interested about personal coaching, certain kind of area, be willing to look at the description box below. But always sending you love and light. Hopefully see you next time. Take care.